Hey, it's Joe Crump. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the automated lead funnel for your buyers and sellers, how it generates leads, it develops those leads, and then it closes leads. And I want to show you an overview of the system so you can see how it works and what parts of it you have to be involved in. Let's start with generating the leads. The first thing we're going to do is go to the Automarketer, and in the Automarketer, we see the campaigns, and we're going to be doing most of these through the 3-month sequence campaign. As you can see, we're already sending out emails. It's scraped about 1,000 from this campaign. It's sent out 153, and then it's got about 85 leads that are in the queue right now. And it's been sending it to them for several weeks now, as we start going through this process. And what it does is sends out a text message or a series of text messages. And I picked the area that I wanted to work in. I picked the type of campaign or the type of lead that I'm going after for sale by owners. And I've also, and I put in specific things about what type of property I'm looking for. And then it sends out this series. And each one of these is a different text that's going out. Day 1, day 4, day 8, day 15. And each one of them has a different message and a different website. That's the second part. So the very first time we hit them, we want to get a response back. If we get a response back, then they go into lead management. If we don't get a response back, it continues to keep them in this 3-month campaign. If they get a response back, it puts them into lead management and it stops the 3-month campaign. Once they go into your CRM, now they become a real lead, rather than just a scraped ad that we sent a message to. These are people that have actually responded in some way or another. And when they come into the system tries to categorize them, and it tries to put them into a campaign. This one here, it shows that they were in the 3-month sequence, but it didn't categorize them, didn't tell us whether or not it's a yes or no. So this is, they're saying, are you an agent or a buyer? So they're curious. They want to find out more. So what we want to do is add a campaign to them. And I can do this by hitting the yes, maybe campaign. And it's going to send them out. It's going to put them into this campaign and send them messages based on this campaign. Here's one here that says, no, not at this time. If I click on the campaigns, I can see that I can add no and add a campaign to them. And it'll put them into it like that. Now, when I go back, I should be able to find them again. And so I can categorize any that haven't been categorized already. This one has already been categorized as a no, and this is exactly what they said. No, we can't. So now that they're in the leads, if there's somebody that we need to talk to, like this one, we'd want to give them a call. So we would give them a call, and we'd talk to them and try to put a deal together. And as I have them on the phone, I can add a new house to them. I can look at the link that they sent us, so we can see the house that we called them about. And if it's still on Craigslist, we can click this link, and it'll open up in Craigslist. We can see it as they posted it. Sometimes, as the leads get older, then they take them off Craigslist, and this link won't be useful anymore. But we'll still have the data in the system. And we keep it all right here. So I'm going to try to put together a deal with these people. And if I'm able to reach them on the phone, I'll add a property, and I'll save this. And then I'll have a questionnaire that I can fill out. And I've gone over this questionnaire in other videos that I've shown you. But it basically just tells you what questions you need to ask them in order to be able to make a coherent offer using the zero-down techniques that I teach. And it gives you access to a lot of information, like where the property is at, and the selling options that they've got, where it's on Zillow, and the price, and the value, and the rent. So all that stuff's available once you get the address plugged into the system here. Now, if they say no, or if you're not able to reach them on the phone, you can then put them in that follow-up system that I showed you. And now that they're in the follow-up system, I can show you what that follow-up system looks like by going to Follow-up System. I'm going to scroll down the page to this doodad, and then I can take a look at this particular follow-up system. In the follow-up system, when you say there's only one text blast that's going out, would you consider still selling your home rent to buy? If so, I'd be interested. And you can see that this is on an infinite loop, which means that it goes out every 30 days. So every 30 days, you're going to get another text from you saying, hey, are you still interested? And you can change the time to this. If you want to make it 3 weeks, make it 21 days. So you can change this any way you like. But right now it's set up to contact them once again every 30 days. So let's just take a real quick look back at what we just talked about and the stuff that you have to do once you set it up for the first time. Once you activate your Automarketer campaign, it's going and it doesn't ever stop. It just keeps running and you don't have to ever touch it. So once you set it up, it just continues to run without you doing a thing. It's going to send out texts to new people that put their ads on Craigslist for their property for sale until you tell it to stop, until you deactivate it or turn it off or hit pause. If you do that, then it would stop. So if you go on vacation, you may want to turn it off. Otherwise, it's going to keep bringing you in leads. Those leads are going to drop into the lead management system. And once they're in this lead management system, you're going to see if they're a buyer or not. And if they're a no, then you put them into a no category, and it's going to follow up with them once a month for the rest of their lives. Or you're going to give them a call and put them into another system that also follows up with them if, in fact, you're not able to close them on that first call. So all you had to do was look at your leads once a day, once every 2 days, and call these people up and try to put the deals together. If they say no, you just put them into the campaign, put them into the no campaign, and they will continue to get follow-ups from you in the future without you having to mess with it at all. So what we've done is attempt to do as little as absolutely possible. And all you have to do is make the call and put the deal together. And once you do that, then you're going to have to work with your buyers, and you can do the same thing doing it that way. And you can also hire people to do the things that you can't automate. So it makes this job so much more fun.